So I would like to appreciate all of you being a Sunday and you are here on online live. Not thinking like anyway the recordings will come and we'll listen, and you're coming online, and just my gratitude to all of you. We'll start from where we completed yesterday. So we will discuss about the cause and effect, because this plays a major role if you want to answer. If you want to address or technically if you explain about the creator. Because why cause and effect is, let's say all these things are effect, what we are experiencing the world, there should be some cause, right? There cannot be any effect without a cause. A tree is coming, you are seeing the tree which is visible for me, that is the effect. What is the cause? The seed. It has come from the seed. So for every creation has to happen, there should be some cause. When we say cause and effect, we should understand the cause should be independent from the effect. Now, let's say all of us are the effect. Who is the cause? Our parents are the cause. So we are the effect, they are the cause, and the cause and effect, our parents and ourselves, we both are different. So there must be something different from the effect, that is called cause. So when you see so much creation, then there must be a supernatural entity, the creator or God. If you see the whole cosmos functioning, it is not functioning by chance, just like that it is going on. Everything seems to be orderly going. There seems to be a rule which everything follows. You know, the planets rotates around the bigger star. That bigger star rotates around much bigger star. Everything keeps on following some universal law. So there should be something cause. The nature or the system, the cosmos cannot order itself. That means it cannot put its own rule. When everything is following a rule, should be somebody who framed the rules. We call that as intelligent being or God. Even Einstein and many scientists, they say they believed in supreme intelligence. You know, all these scientists are working on to find the theory of everything. That means everyone believes there is something base from which every one of us have come. If we understand that base or that seed, then you can understand everything. So this is theory of everything, or God's particle. Now they found God's particle. What is a God's particle? What is the connection between God and science? Because they are unable to see that particle, which is a kind of the smallest particle so far we have found. They found only trace of it. They are unable to see it, perceive it, but they found the trace of it. They gave the name God's particle. So all these things are going on in searching of who is the creator, from where we have come. And we should also understand every object by itself cannot choose its function. When the sun is there, the earth is rotating, or all the planets are rotating. Now it cannot decide its function. I have to do like this. So this functions, this working arrangement should be planned by a super intelligent entity. So you can call it as God or creator or whatever it is. Now, if you want to understand this Brahman, now we should understand Brahman means that which is everywhere. Brahma means the creator God. So Brahma is a small entity. Brahma also has a lifespan. Now our current Brahma is, I think, more than 50 years old. If you see the Yuga cycle, which if you want, you can go through our recordings if it is there on the YouTube. It comes in the creation, what we conduct the earlier program, where there is a complete Yuga. How many years? One Yuga. And what is the time of Brahma? Everything is there. So if you want to understand that creator, it is much, much beyond our senses and mind. That doesn't mean like we cannot understand, but it needs something else. If you want to understand this creator, God, you can, one more examples. All these examples, what we are seeing is mostly from words of Swami Shivananda and other great masters. You can find the best doctors who was trying to cure a much, much bigger person, a king, like equivalent these days, like great people, president of country or anybody. If they want to protect, you cannot protect. Even the best doctors cannot protect the death, or the doctors said like, this person cannot survive more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They tend to survive for a long time. They overcome the death. This itself, we should understand there is a external hand on all these things happening. Also, if you see, there are some people die at the age of 20, 30, 40, 50, somebody at 80, 90, 100, and even little one dies in the mother's womb. If you try to explain why it is, you can't explain all those things. Now, many people ask, what is the proof for the previous birth? Now, you take these little kids. If you take 10 kids, all the 10 kids will exhibit 10 different characters. Now, tell me, what is responsible for the 10 different behaviors of these kids? Nobody can say. You can say it is by gene and all those things. You see, some kid is super hyperactive, and some kid having so much ego, it will not eat without sweet or without certain things. So much identify with the taste. And some kid are so generous. Whatever it gets, it's used to share. Tell me how these kids learn. Even you make all these 10 kids study in the same school, you will find all these 10 will grow in 10 different ways. Now tell me, what is the reason for it? How come Ramana Maharishi at the age of 15, 16, he left home and he went and started meditating, got into Samadhi? Who taught him? If you start asking questions, there is no definite answer, except you need to believe in law of karma. What law of karma says? Whatever you do will come back to you. Now you see, I'm this person sitting, I'm just pushing the block. I will get hit by the same block, maybe different block at one point of time. It depends on how long the arrangement of blocks are there. If you keep your hand in a small flame, you will get hurt immediately. But if you start smoking, you may get some problem after many years. So it depends on what kind of action. Many of you may feel, I did everything right. See how many problems I face in my life. Can you explain that? You only lived your life, right? You should be able to explain scientifically. No one can explain. Nobody will be able to explain, because this is law of karma. What I did not only in this birth, including previous birth. It's like, if you want to explain in a simple way, it's like this. Today morning, I woke up. I had a very severe stomach pain. So I did not take anything. So 6 o'clock, I woke up and the stomach pain was there up to 10 o'clock. I went and consulted a doctor. The doctor said, yes, nothing has happened. You did not take anything. So there is no reason for your stomach pain. Will he say like that? What he will ask? Today you did not take. What you took last night? What is the dinner you took? He will definitely ask, right? What I took yesterday night, it is affecting me. Now the Ayurveda says, Ayurveda believes in three, what is it? Vata, Pitta, Kapha. 3 doshas. So if you believe these 3, what they say is, these 3 will affect you based on what you had for the past 27 days. Not only what you had last night. Suppose something you had 2 weeks before, there is a possibility that will affect you. Will affect me. How long it will affect? Based on how much effort I am putting to remove. So what you ate last week or yesterday, it's deciding me today. Nothing I did today. Suppose you forgot what you ate last night. So you will simply start complaining about life to everyone. See, I did nothing, but I get stomach pain. Same thing happens. We forgot. God is so graceful. He has given a beautiful, kind of a system where we forget the last Janma. Now somebody, used to ask, if I forgot last Janma, suppose I get punishment in this Janma, how do I know? This is the punishment I'm getting due to my action in the last Janma. Please remember this. All of us are suffering because of memory. Is that true? In this Janma, many things happened. We are suffering with this memory. Suppose God gives you the memory of past 100 Janma. Can you survive in this world? You will be burdened with the memory. too much memory, too much painful thing. It's very difficult to survive. So God has given a beautiful deal. You take every Janma, I'll erase the earlier Janma, so that every birth you enjoy, and you also suffer newly, but you don't remember. So these things are all like, so these things are all like the God's beautiful gift to us. There is something to remember, something to forget. So law of karma is universal. There was a certain, at certain point of time, a few decades ago, people start thinking, if I commit suicide, my life is bad now. I have a lot of problem. Let me commit suicide. Why? Because if I commit suicide, next birth, I may get birth in a rich family. This is not true. If you commit suicide, if you try to stop this time, it is going to come with you next time also. You may be born in a rich family, but not necessarily you will be happy. So this law of karma will come with you all the time till we get self-realization. The cause and the effect. Only if you get into a higher states of samadhi, you can avoid all the effect of the past. Till such time it is coming to us. And remember, this karma means action. Whose action? My action. I created those likes and dislikes, which is coming to me in the next birth. It's simply like this. I want to become a sports person, okay, a cricketer. I tried playing everything, doing my best in this Janma, but I'm unable to become a good cricketer, or I'm unable to get into the top position. With this longing, suppose I died in this Janma, next Janma, tell me what you want to become. If you are a God, what will you bless me? You will bless me, become a good cricketer. Based on my punya, whatever punya I did in this Janma, next Janma, that punya is converted to getting me into a cricketing opportunities. That's why not everyone gets the opportunity. Few people gets the opportunity. So it depends on what you long, what you do. The action, what I do through my body, through my mind, that is called karma. Karma means my making, not God's making. Whatever I long, there I will go. So if you long for spiritual dimension, if you long for mukti, you will go behind that. God gives you that opportunity. If you long for money, if you long for pleasure, you will get that. Either in this Janma or next Janma, based on good deeds. If you have good deeds, punya, that punya will be exchanged for pleasure or whatever kind of enjoyment. So that's why in our culture, we always, all the elders always said, whenever you go God, don't ask anything. If you go to temple, don't ask. If at all you ask for mukti. Because mukti is an action. You are thinking. Thinking is an action, and you always have that intention inside you, attaining mukti, self-realization. Whether you understand meaning or not, you will tend to go in that direction. Now, we should understand the connection between microcosmic and macrocosmic. Let's say we are the microcosmic. The whole cosmos is my macrocosmic. I am very small. Of course, inside us, you need to wonder. I've read somewhere, like a doctor was telling, every one of us is made up of more than 100 trillion cells. 100 trillion cells combined, and I form something. Suddenly, I call that as me. Every cell is like an individual human being. Every cell can eat, can think, can live, can reproduce, and can die. It's like every human being can do that. How come all the 100 trillion cells are combined and suddenly I come to existence? It's like, for example, we have 140 crore people in India. Suppose this India becomes alive. That means what? India becomes a human being. Can you imagine how it is possible? It's all made up of 140 crore people. Suddenly it becomes one being. Like human being, it becomes one kind of being, started acting. How will you call that? It's a magic. 100 trillion cells combined. Suddenly from where I came? I means nothing. It is a combination of all the trillions of cells. So the microcosmic you can take as me, as individual being or our cell, or the macro as the cosmos. Let's see what is the connection. Let's take every individual, every one of us. None of us wants to die, right? Anybody here? I'm okay if I die today. Or I love God so much, so let me wish death every day. No, right? Everyone wants to live. Even at the age of 80, 90, 100, even we are 100, if God comes, what will say? I will, please take me tomorrow, or please come tomorrow. I'll finish this work today. So we want to live eternally. This is the essential nature of every human being. I want to live eternally. That means what? I don't know what is the eternity, the infinite time. So I will say, I want to live 100 years. At least now, every one of us wish for 100 years. After 100 years, do we want to die? No, we want to extend further. So what is that? I want to live for a long time. This is the reason we are ready to spend any amount of money to remove the ailment, right? I don't want to die. I'm ready to give all my property also. Please, doctor, please save me. And I want to live eternally. The second thing is, everybody wants to learn. Is there anybody don't want to learn? See, these days, learning means going to school, college, and only learning that which gives me money. We are not talking about that. Even if you are 50, 60, 70, 80, you want to know something. Why you want to travel? Many people want to travel the entire world, right? Why? You want to see new things. New things you want to learn. Not in terms of book, but you want to meet people. You want to go to places. You want new experience through your 5 senses. That means you want to learn. So the essential nature, one of my essential nature is gaining knowledge. Nobody wants to call me as fool, right? Is there anybody here? Somebody calls me fool, is that okay? No, right? We want to learn. So essential nature is knowledge. This is also our essential nature. Now, another essential nature is happiness or bliss. See, if somebody laughs, you will feel it is okay. But somebody cries, you will go and ask, why are you crying? What happened to you? Because crying is not my nature. Being depressed is not my nature. Being happy is my nature. That means the blissful state, eternally blissful is my nature. So these are the 3 essential nature. I always, eternally, I want to exist, and I want to learn always, and I want to be in blissful state always. These 3 are our original nature. So if you put this original nature, even in deep sleep, see, if you want to get some happiness, you need an object, right? Without object, can you be happy? In only one time, when you sleep. In sleeping time, there is no object, nothing. You simply sleep and you are so happy. And the scripture says, when you sleep, especially in deep sleep, you are touching that Brahman or that God or that infinite source. Or it's like this, you dwell in your own nature that few moments, because without the memory, without mind, without other activities, that gives you a lot of energy. That is the reason you are able to get that happiness after the sleep. And we don't want pain. People are ready to commit suicide. So much pain comes. No, I don't want that pain. I want to commit suicide because I don't want that pain. Pain is not my nature. So my nature is existence. My nature is knowledge. My nature is bliss. If your nature is existence, knowledge, bliss, what it means? Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means that which exists. We always say truth. That means existence, the absolute thing. Chit means knowledge or the source of you can call that creator. Chit means Purusha or whatever you can call that ultimate thing. And Ananda is bliss. So Sat Chit Ananda. So this is my essential nature, means there should be an entity which gives me all these things, because I am a small speck of creation. If my nature is existence, knowledge, bliss, there should be an infinite source from where I came. That's why I want to be like that. I want to go back to my source. So the Brahman or God is that ultimate source whose nature is existence, knowledge, bliss, or Sat Chit Ananda. Now let's analyze something by logic or anumana, by inference. Now, all of us know we have body, we have mind, and we have something called energy or prana. Now, who is energizing these organs to function? Just listen. This is eye, and the eye is made up of skin or tissue cell. And this is nose. Again, the skin is made up of cells, tissues, and all those things. But this skin can absorb light and help me to see outside world. But this skin in my hand is not like that. The skin in the nose can smell it, and the skin in the tongue can function so that I can taste it, whereas my hand and leg cannot do. These various different types of skin or cells does different function. How it is functioning? Who is making all these things to function? If all these things has to function, something inside should be there. Now tell me, the fan is running. Who is making the fan to run? Because there is a motor inside the fan. Center of the fan, you have a motor. That motor is giving energy to the blade. So blade is rotating. Now, who is making the motor to run? You can see the motor, which is running the fan, but you cannot see the current, right? Electricity, you cannot see. That which you cannot perceive. Only by getting a shock, you will know there is an electricity, or through other instrument, you will know. But that electricity is making the motor to function. Similarly, all these things are functioning, and who is the cause for it? Whatever you get, we will not get fulfilled. You know, all the faces will have different kind of emotion. None of us will get fulfillment. Is there anybody, have you found anybody in the world telling that I have everything, I'm so happy, I don't want anything? You can find only from a yogi. One who is towards self-realization, you can find a yogi telling, I don't want anything, I'm so happy on my own. Except that in this materialistic world, if you go and find anybody, the richest person in the world, you ask them, you will say, I want to do something more. Now, where this something more means you are trying to become infinite, but the method is wrong. The intention is good. You want to attain that infinite thing, but the method you are following is wrong. So, despite of all the possessions and comfort, there is no sense of fulfillment. Only if you add that God or that source, the real source, or if you understand that creator, which if you understand, I am also part of it, then only you will get that fulfillment. Whenever you do anything, something wrong, we are afraid of it, right? This also proves God exists. Why should you fear if I do something wrong? Nobody has seen. You have done some mistake. Nobody has seen. Still inside, you will feel the guilt will come. Why should I have done? Now, this also, they say, the proof for the God to exist. Now, says Yoga Yagamalkya says in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, like, you can find Brahman by telling Neti, Neti, not this, not this, not this. Because when you say not this, not this, that means there is a way to say, find who you are. Are you the body? No. Are you the mind? No. Are you this world? No. If you start saying no, 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 that means what is not is you. What is here is creation. What is not here is me, or what is all pervasive is me. Yes, Rashmi, you have raised your hand. You want to say something?
No, I had a doubt. You told like when we do evil action, it means that we are fearing God. But why does that not come from the conditioning? Because we are brought up like that, no? God will be punishing you if you do some mistake. So because of that, our mind got conditioned. So why not like that? Why is that?
Very good. So condition is subjective. What you condition is different. What I get conditioned is different. But this fear is global. If you can find anybody, this fear is there. We are going to see next other upcoming slides where you cannot say it is only conditioning. See, forget about God. Conditioning means what? People taught me right from young age, if something you do, something will happen. But people who don't believe in God, they also have this. They will say, I am true to myself. Somehow they are fearing, right? That fear comes by somehow, by all means. I will tell you in one more way also. Like, for example, forgetting this point, how come this God, concept of God is there throughout the world? You take culture, any culture from any people, they all believe in God. Every sector has. If you take, for example, non-believers, they are negligent amount. You take any religion, the believers occupy most. So feeling a guilt, to some extent, it may be conditioning, but not everyone has. See, this guilt has everyone, even the greatest criminal. You take somebody who murdered 100 people. Why he murdered 100 people? Because he thought by killing all those people, I may go to heaven, or I may get something, I will satisfy. Can you ask them to that person to kill their own family members? He will feel guilt. Now, the guilt is coming not to somebody, but somebody else. I don't feel guilty if I do some action which I don't consider as part of me. But if I do the same action, whom I consider as very important, the same guilt comes.
No,
How
it
come
is
that
because
guilt
of
can be?
attachment, no.
No. Then you because of attachment, it may come, or somebody whom you are not attached, whom you feel is very important, whom you have not grown up. You can call that as an attachment or clarity. We do not know. It can come because of anything else. But what I am saying is there is something in every one of us where whenever you do a mistake, there is something will bother you. Is there anybody here who is not bothering? You tell me how many times you condition your mind. Whenever I do a mistake, I should hurt myself. Is that consciously you did? Or how many times your parents or anybody's parents has given you a lecture every day? In our culture, at least something we do in the child. When something a child does, we'll say, God will punish. But there are many non-believers who will say, there is no God, then I will come out of it. If you don't believe in God, you can come out of it, right? Or you belong to one religion, you can say, my God doesn't say like this. You can come out of it. But nobody seems to be come out of it. Even non-believers will feel guilt. Why I did something wrong. Now, why you are feeling that? There is no one I can feel. So, yeah, I cannot guarantee, if you ask me, have you checked, have you did a research? There is no research. But tell me from your point of view, is there anybody, can you imagine, who will not feel guilt in their lifetime? Or in the future, they will not feel the guilt. They will feel, even the scientists. If the scientists don't believe in God, fine. But that consciousness will bother him, right? Something he does wrong. So these are the words given by them. Many things we need to go and pass and experience. That's it. So other thing, words of Swami Shivananda says, like, if you are owl, you may not accept the day. You will say night is only bright to me. Whether you accept day or light, or day or night, light or darkness, it's always there. Light is there, darkness is there. Similarly, whether we accept God or not, the God is always there. We are going to see the consequence and all. Why I should believe God, all those things. So the God is closer than you think. He is closer than anybody else. He is closer to me than my breath, than my body and everything. And again, this depends on 3 different philosophies, which also we will touch what it means there. So next question is there anyone who is not afraid of death? Everybody is afraid of death. And during the death time, we call God, right? Not only we, everybody will call God. Forget about death. Any problem comes, what is that we always ask for? We always say, please God, please help me. Why we remember God? Why it is a universal phenomenon? If there is a certain phenomena happens in one part, it's fine, but it happens to everywhere. So we ourselves admit that there God exists, because whenever we are in trouble, the first thing we seek, suppose we are unable to solve, we seek, the first thing is God. See, due to the attachment or the pleasure we enjoy through the 5 senses, and due to my perverted intellect, because I'm only biased on one thing, I don't want to see the other direction, all those things, and due to all the intoxicants, drinking, smoking, and all those things, initially I feel like I'm an atheist. That's why when the people age, the wisdom comes, most of people turn theist. They start believing God. Though at their prime, they don't believe in God, because when you get a lot of wisdom, you start thinking definitely all these things are not man-made. Nothing I created, nothing these people created. It is there, which is beyond my imagination. So that one entity, we call that as a creator, is always there. Today, I may not accept, but later, when age, definitely, we'll start accepting it. Now, why should I believe in God? We should understand the consequence, right, from scientific point of view or logical point of view, because this may be, you may argue like there is no proof, physical proof, because we already said God cannot be experienced through 5 senses. Even somebody argue, please show me God. We should understand what is the consequence of believing it. Imagine yourself, every one of you, as this little kid, you are walking in the darkness. How many of you, imagine you are in the mid of a forest. It's like this. You can't see anyone. It's midnight, utterly dark. Now, can you imagine what is your mind? Your mind will be definitely, a lot of fear will be there. And you cannot walk literally. Every step you take, you will be imagining. Nothing is there. Suppose this is totally safe. No animals, no ghosts, nothing. But your mind will not say. Your mind will always say, if something you do not know means something else is there. So this is very difficult to walk alone. And suppose you have your father or mother with you. You can walk, if you're a kid, you can walk very easily. This is the difference between a believer and a non-believer. If I believe in God, that means I believe that He is there with me. Then I have this emotional stability. No, these days more than IQ, intelligent quotient, your emotional quotient is very, very important. What is the emotional quotient? It is the how stable your emotions are. You may be so intelligent, but if your emotions are unstable, you cannot enjoy the success. Many people commit suicide. Remember, even they get admission to IITs, they commit suicide. Few people. And they build great empires, become great business people, still they commit suicide. Now, what makes them to commit suicide? Because they are emotionally unstable. When that failure comes, when that bitterness comes, they are unable to accept it because there is no belief in God. If you believe in God, even some bitter phase comes, you always say, okay, God is there. He is giving me the bitterness, the bitter kashayam. If I take it, then only I'll become all right. So this belief will get you this emotional stability, which is very, very, very important. See, if you are intelligent, you can earn more. But if you're emotionally stable, you can live happily. Earning and happiness is not directly proportional. You may get some happiness, but it may go the next day. But if you're emotionally stable, even your earning is less, you can live a very beautiful life. So this is there to all. If you are, even people who are in science, now they believe in science. You have to believe on something. Some belief only will carry you. So when you have faith on God, you can easily cross situation. Other people may struggle for a long time to come out of it. You will simply come out of it because you believe in God. So next few slides are 100% words of Swami Shivananda, because here there are little harsh words. I don't want to change it, so we need to go through it. So how to realize God? God realization happens through meditation. So meditation cannot be experienced by everyone. So the doorway is temple, praying, all the worshipping, all the first preliminary steps. If we start doing that, one day the meditation will happen. We'll start going in that direction. So if you have faith in God, you start thinking Him constantly. When you think Him constantly, it is kind of a japa. These days they say, if you have a mantra, chant regularly, it will get you peace in your mind. Your focus will improve. Similarly, you start thinking about God, chanting God's name will make you to focus much better. This faith gives you supreme peace. They say Param Shakti. So when you get this kind of peace, that means you will get the knowledge. When you start seeking about God, naturally you start putting your effort in gaining knowledge. If you gain knowledge through practice or reading scriptures, which will give you a lot of peace because you understand He is unlimited. All the pain will go, the so-called materialist thing will go, and you will get matured. So what is the difference between a kid and us? For a kid, the toys are its world. If you tell a kid, come out of the toys, no, you take the kid to a toy shop, what will the kid will do? It want to buy everything. If you ask the kid, come, we'll go to next shop, the kid will say, no, I want this shop only, I want to buy all the toys. This is our experience now. But tell me, you are also kid once upon a time. That time you are also like going behind toys. Are you going behind toys now? If I give you all the toys in a toy shop, will you be satisfied? Will you enjoy? No, right? You have evolved. We have got matured. Similarly, if you spiritually gets matured, then all the so-called pains and pleasure will become toys for us. So you will start understanding another dimension. One more thing is, one who can lift you from the pain and pleasure, the samsara sahara will say, the ocean of pain and pleasure is only God or that entity, because that entity only gave the birth, that entity only created everything because of which I'm surviving. That entity can help me in getting into self-realization. That doesn't mean like I should not strive. We should strive based on your likes and dislikes. These dimensions will happen. If you strongly desire for it and keep moving towards it, it will start coming towards us. To understand how big or how small we are, this photo is taken by Voyager 1, the rocket we sent many decades back. In 1990, it took a picture when it crossed 6 billion kilometers. And the tiny dot, what you see is this, it is Earth. You see so much dots are there. It seems to be like one speck of a dust in a beam of light. You see sunlight, one ray of sunlight coming in your room, you see all the dust floating there. This is a small dust floating. Can you imagine this is our home? To billions of people, and we are fighting here, we are making friendship here, we are quarreling with each other, everything we are doing in this small dot. And inside the small dot, I am the super tiny small dot, every one of us. And for us, we are trying to imagine the entire cosmos. It is not easy. How come this small dot, which is just simply there, is hanging in the air? We don't know like who is managing all these things. So this is to see like how small we are, including our planet, or you can say our entire Milky Way galaxy is also like small dot. How much we have trillions and trillions of planets like, or stars like sun in our Milky Way galaxy. There are infinite galaxies in this universe. You can't even count. So why should I believe? Few more points. If you don't have faith in God, you will come back here again and again. Now you may ask how it is logical if you don't believe in God. Because if you don't believe in God, many times we don't believe in right and wrong, right? I want to quench my thirst. See, there is a food in front of me and there are 10 people there. If some humanity is there, what we'll do? We'll take that food and share the 10 people, right? If I don't believe in anything, if I believe only about my happiness, what I will do? I will start eating everything alone. Something like the quality, you will think about only you. If you think about God, you try to help others. Even if you don't think about God, if you think there is a creator, the helpness will come. But something beyond you, above than you, if you keep yourself small and think something else as big, you start helping people. So what Swami Shivananda says, what is right and wrong, you will not come to know if you don't believe in God. If you believe in God, at least you will believe if I do something wrong, then God will give me punishment. It's a very basic rule we follow. At least with that, we'll become beautiful. So he says, again, I said earlier, these are his words. They are greedy, lustful, untruthful, proud and egoistic. They become men of demonical nature. They commit various sorts of atrocities and crimes. They have no ideals for their lives. Now we may ask question, is that all believers are good? There are many people who are believers who are doing crimes also, but these are the words of great masters. That means what? If you believe in God, see, those people are simply believing like God will only save them. See, when you say, I believe in God, we need to understand what God is. If you do something bad, God will punish you. It's not like if you do some puja, if you do some abhishekam, or if you do some kind of homam, God will protect you. No. Those things are there to give some extra additional benefit, but you have done something wrong. The punishment is also equivalently waiting for us. You cannot nullify the punishment by doing something. The punishment is always there. Maybe you can you can reduce the effect. Some punishment has to happen. I may reduce to some extent its effect, but I cannot nullify it. So you call all these things avidya. If you are totally attached to the materialistic nature and try to forget God, then it is called avidya. That means lack of spiritual knowledge. That's why the world is full of miseries, troubles, and all those things because of all the negativities attached. So if you have faith in God, we can come out of the cycle. This is a cycle we are going through, like birth, death cycle. We keep on going. If you want to come out of the cycle, I don't want to get birth and death. You call that as moksha. Now, when you talk this to many people, no, they simply say, I don't want moksha. Okay, you don't want moksha. What do you want? No, I want to live a happy life. That means you want happiness. Somebody is studying. Why you want to study? You want to get a degree? I want happiness by getting that. Somebody is earning. Why you are earning? To get happiness. Whatever you do in your life, you want to get happiness. Moksha is ultimate happiness. That means it is not dependent on things, but you get into your own nature, which is the ultimate bliss. So that is moksha. Moksha is not somewhere there you go and reach. You remove all the nonsense from you. And if you try to, if you really experience your true self, we call that as self-realization. That's why it's called self-realization. That means what? Realizing your true self. What is my self here? If I realize that, you can call that as moksha. Now, Swami Shivananda has given a lot of arguments on existence of God. I can share that book in our WhatsApp group. I've taken most of the points from there, few points from other masters. The first argument of existence. See, there are more than 100, I think close to 100 points. I've taken only 16 points, which is logically appealing because these 16 points you can talk to anyone. Other points are there. If you are a believer, definitely you can read other points which will be opening us. So first thing is, can we all imagine? Can you all close your eyes? Please close your eyes. Imagine. I hope nobody will take you negative when we say death. So we are all seekers. So please imagine, like after 100, more than 100, 200 years, okay, not now. You live for 200 years. After that, we are going to die. Okay, so that negative thing should not come. And imagine like you are dying at the age of 200. Close your eyes. Imagine you are dying. I'm not going to give visualization. Okay, you visualize in whatever way your death. The death is happening slowly. Whichever way you know, the death happened now. Can you open your eyes? Okay. Now tell me, is it possible for you to visualize without you? Are you there in the picture after death or are you gone? When you imagine your death, you are witnessing your death, right? There is nothing happen without witnessing. When you are able to witness, then you are already there. You are only shedding the body. These are the words of Swami Shivananda. He says, you never think that you will not exist. When you die, you are imagining this like this, right? You are seeing your body and you are moving in the sky. Who is seeing this? Who is visualizing this? You. You can never ever imagine without your presence. Even in the dreams you are there, right? Dreams you are there. In awareness you are there. Is there any time you are not there? In the deep sleep you are not there. But you are not there in your experience, but you are in touch with something. Or you are in your few moments, you are in your real nature, where without your thoughts, that's why you are getting energy. So he says, this clearly proves that you are always witnessing. You are always the witnessing subject. You are not an object. You may leave your body, you may leave your world, but you are witnessing everything. That means there is a source of creation, or the soul, which is of witnessing nature. It cannot die. It cannot born. The body can go and come, but I always there. So this is one proof, he says. Now, suppose we all take a rocket and go to Mars. Mars where the Elon Musk also wants to go. So before him, suppose we create a rocket and we go. And when we go and land in the Mars, I'm finding all these buildings. You know why these buildings are like this? Because in Earth, our buildings are different. If you go to other planet, it should be different. That's why it's all like this. This is our imagination, right? Suppose you see all these buildings there. And suppose you see nobody is there. You go to every building, you don't see anyone, but you can see all supercomputers, many things working on. Now, suppose I go there, or you are going there, and you are giving a call from me and telling that I can see a lot of buildings, lot of things happening, but nobody is there. And you also saying to me that nobody built this building. Is it true? Is it possible? If you see a lot of buildings are there, there should be somebody who constructed all these things, right? After seeing all this building, if you say these buildings are there, but nobody constructed it, can you make a statement like this? There are a lot of buildings, but nobody constructed it. You cannot make a statement, right? Similarly, we came in this world. Before we coming in this world, everything is there. The mountain is there, the river is there, the cloud is there, the ocean is there, the tree is there, everything is there. My father, mother, everybody is there. Everybody is there before my existence. So when everything is there, so much creation is there, can I say there is no creator? When so much creation is there, the creation can happen only if there is a creator. So this is one more proof. Because I am not created. Suppose human beings only created everything. You can say this. But no, the so-called sun, moon, stars, we can't even imagine. So much is there. So creator should be there. Now, this is psychological method of proving God. Oneness. The moment you say something is big or small, you are talking about a relative thing. I can say this fish is a small fish compared to a big fish. Now, this fish also can become small if I keep some more big fish. Or something you can call as bad because something you have seen good. Suppose you have a basket, everything full of good apple. Can you say some apple is bad? Suppose you never seen a bad apple. Can the good exist? Remember, this good and bad are only relative. So what Swami Shivananda says is, When you say something is small, big, good, bad, then there is something called absolute entity should exist. Something the full of good should be there. Then only you can call something as bad, because something is not that good. If you go in this direction, some infinite thing should be there. So this is a kind of relating to or comparing two things. When you compare two things, there should be something really big, which is everywhere, it is exists. Compared to that, we are using this word. For example, the word impurity, duality, or disagreement, variety, all these things impure exist because something is pure. So something is pure. In microscope, you see nothing, no germ is there. Then you say something is pure. Tomorrow they are finding a microscope where you can find even a smaller organism exists. Then you will see the so-called pure as impure and something else is pure. It keep on going. That means there is a bigger entity which carries all the goodness. You call that as Satchit Ananda. Something is dying, something is alive. That means what? Something much bigger thing alive is there, which is giving birth to all these things. So this psychologically, it is coming to a conclusion like something Satchit Ananda exists everywhere, or much, much bigger entity is there.
Someone has asked a doubt in the message.
Okay, I am in the screen sharing. I cannot see. 1 second. I'll try to see. Too many people who believe in God curse others and use hypnosis and dominate others. Furthermore, many believers use black magic to dominate others, create fear and anxiety, they perform. Yes, so we have seen this also in Yoga Sutra, this concept comes. If you do use black magic or anything, if you have power, see, simple, if I have a little power in the society, if I start treating you bad, definitely the consequence going to come. Either in this birth or next birth. There is a sutra for it, where it says you will get the consequence either in this birth or next birth. Is the creator a Muslim or Hindu or a Christian? Because each denomination is claiming the superiority of his God as a supreme. Now, this statement is perfect, good, right? Everybody says my God is real God. Now, these are said by people. If you get into a topmost saint of that religion who realized master, he don't say my God is only a real God. Because the moment you say God or creator, he is only one, right? You cannot have many creators. Even in Hinduism, we have crores and crores of God. Tell me, you are a great devotee of Anjaneya. I am great devotee of Ganesha. Now, who is the real God? All these things are form we are giving because we are able to relate. This form, beyond the form, there is a formless entity. God is formless. We also know what is the form of Brahman. We say all the Upanishad talks about Brahman. That means Brahman means formless. So the formless entity is Brahman. We give form and give religion. So everybody accept, every religion accept God is having infinite forms or God is formless. Both are same. So people who have less knowledge talk and fight. People who are realized, there are great masters in every religion. If you go to great masters, they talk only the same thing. And this example, the point number 4, it says there should be some changeless entity so that the changing happens. If you see the screen, in the cinema screen, the cinema is moving on. Cinema is nothing but a mixture and dance of lights. Suppose you are an ant, or you are an animal, or you are that kind of animal which cannot see a human being, a small creature, they will see only light. We as a human being, we are giving meaning to this light and we are perceiving something. So it's a dance of light. If there is dance of light has to happen, some meaning it has to give, there should be something which is not changing, should exist. What is that? That is a screen. The screen is not changing. The scene in the screen can change. Similarly, all the thing what we are seeing, the birth and death and everything happens because it is happening on the lap of some changeless entity. You can call that entity as Brahman. On that entity, everything happens. It happens, it dissolves, it happens, it moves. Birth happens, death happens. You see, now it's a rainy season, you see a pond. The pond is there, and the water, the rain droplets, the rain is coming there. You can see little disturbance happening in the pond, and all these things happens. Everything is water. Momentary existence is there. Momentary disturbance is there. Goes again. Next drop of water from rain comes and drop hits the pond. It all momentary existence. But everything is water. Or the waves of the ocean. The waves are in the top. The waves are happening, small happening on the big ocean. The ultimate ocean is same, but every wave is different. Similarly, every one of us maybe seems to be different, but the source remains same. Similarly, the nature. What is your nature, my nature? If you get into meditation or samadhi, you will see every nature is same. There's no difference. Now, next point, what he says is, for example, you take a kid to this tree, a mango tree. The kid says, what you see in the tree, the kid will say, I'm seeing the fruit, I'm seeing the leaves, I'm seeing the trunk, I'm seeing everything. But what the kid cannot see is the root. So you are unable to see the root. So I will say the root cannot exist. Can I say that? No. Though you cannot see the root exists. Similarly, though we cannot perceive God or that creator, the God exists. Tell me the reason. The same soil. Soil is same. The water is same. The manure is same. But if you put a neem seed, a neem tree will come. If you put a mango seed, mango tree will come. Some fruits are so bitter. Some fruits are so sweet. But the sweetness also comes from the soil. Bitterness also comes from the soil. Am I putting any sweet ingredient? No. Am I putting some bitter ingredient? No. I'm putting same ingredient. How come I get sweet in one plant or tree and bitterness in another plant? We can say this DNA, this because of this, that and all. This is like we are finding something, but not the source. Who is giving the DNA, the bitterness to generate? Who is that giving DNA for this neem tree to generate that bitterness and sweetness to a mango tree? We cannot say all those things. We can say only it is Brahman or the Atman, which exists everywhere. When a fire incident happens, we want to protect ourselves, right? First, we want to escape. Of course, we want to save our loved one. Now tell me, you want to save your loved ones around you, your friends or family members. Is it because of their body? Is it because of their beauty? No. We give more valuable to something inside. You can call that as a soul. You are running away from fire. Why? There is something valuable inside my body called soul. You want to protect that. So that protection comes instinctively from everyone. See, anyway, that is given a survival mechanism is there to run because, God has given some extra protection so that even if you like or not, your dislike should not come here. Can you say that I don't like my body, so fire comes, let me be there? No, the survival mechanism will kick in. It will start automatically. But if you see the reason also, there is something more valuable hidden in the body. So I want to protect this body. Something there inside. Now, the next argument is, in the sleep, when you sleep, the senses are absent. The objects are not there. The senses are not there. Mind is also not there. But I am feeling the blissful state or happy state because they say, many Upanishad talks about it. The mind rests in Brahman. The mind goes and touches that Brahman, that real entity, and comes back. That few moment of touching the Brahman makes you to feel happy and gives you energy. From where the energy is coming? See, we have to eat, right? 3 to 4 times a day. If you are a yogi, at least 2 times, at least 1 time you have to eat. Now in the night, there is at least 10 to 12 hours of gap. In the midnight, you are not taking your vehicle and go and having something and coming back. Just you are sleeping, but from where you are getting energy? They say you are touching the Brahman and that from there you are deriving the energy. And that Brahman is nobody else. That is you. Because in the deep sleep, you only exist. Nothing else in the world exists. The next argument. If everyone has to believe concept of cause and effect. That means the karma. When the karma is there, how come this can only explain how somebody is sick, how somebody get all the ailment, somebody cannot get ailment. See, somebody is smoking, he will not get cancer. Somebody is a complete teetotaler, he may get some life-threatening disease. If you ask what is the reason, we may only have to point out the law of karma. Somebody is poor, somebody is rich, somebody is so knowledgeable, somebody is so dumb. You can't say all those things, exact reason. You can only say that it is because of karma or because of my action. When you do any action, who is giving the reward? There is somebody who is noting down, right? Or some external intelligence which is there, which is calculating or noting down all those things. According to me, my action, he gives me the reward. So you can call that as a God who only can allot the benefit or the fruits based on my action. So this is also one of the point, because nothing is action. Somebody is getting a lottery, some 10 crore he got through lottery. We may say luck. No, it is not luck. It is because of his past karma action. He did some good action and he wanted money. The money is coming. So we can only connect it. We cannot connect through any other way. So today we stop here. I think there is some more few questions there. Satchidananda is present in all beings, whatever be his religion. Then why are the Orthodox and Roman Christians fighting to death in Ukraine and Israel? See, all the fighting happens. It happened in the past. It is happening in the present. It will happen in the future. It is because of all this immature mind. When you say it is my God, that itself shows you don't have maturity about God. You don't have knowledge about God. Is it true? God means for everyone. No God asks you to do something bad for other person. It is to everyone. When you have a narrow understanding of God, you will start fighting beyond the boundaries or on the other side, the other religion and all. When we have spiritual maturity, we don't talk about this religion at all, because God is beyond all the religion. All above words are based on religious beliefs. True, because when you believe your God is true, when I believe my God is true, both of us are idiots, because both of us do not understand what is the true meaning of God. God is not something, an object which belongs to me. This is my object, that is your object. He is the creator who created you and me. Now tell me, somebody created you and me. He is God. You also believe God created you and me. I also believe God created you and me. When both of us believe, yes, God only created, you cannot say that that universal entity belongs to me. No, it is a common entity. How do beliefs of God resolve the problem of exploitation of African countries by Western powers? See, when we say beliefs of God, it is a subjective reality. When you start believing God, everyone has to, see, everyone believe in God and karma, then you will get a beautiful society. But everyone goes to the temple in the morning and they are coming back to home and go to office and do all kind of things. In one day, how many lies we are telling? How many mistakes we are making? How many times we are hurting other people? If you believe in God, you should not hurt people. Forget about all these things, African, American, all those things. Tell me, you believe in God. What way, like your belief makes you better? That belief will not make you better, because your belief is very superficial. Suppose you believe going to temple is believing God, and God just 5 minutes is there. That 5 minutes only, like God, you are in contact with God, then we'll start doing all negative in our life the whole day. When you go to temple, it is time to reflect. You sit there for some time and reflect yourself, what you did today, what you did right is right, what you did wrong is wrong. Even if you hurt somebody that day, you have to tell God, see, I hurt somebody, please help me, I need to come out of it. That is a time to talk to God, or allow the God to talk to you, find your mistakes and try to come out of it. But we go always with a wish list, like I want materialist list, I want this, I want that. Then it cannot help us. When there is nothing called society. Every individual being, we combine to form a society. If every individual becomes beautiful, if everybody becomes a broader heart, it becomes beautiful. When somebody don't believe, or somebody believe very narrow-minded and trying to hurt others, you need to protect yourself. That time you cannot say, you and me, God, everything is Brahman. Somebody is coming to kill you. Can we say like you and me are Brahman? If you kill also, what is going to happen? We cannot say that. When somebody comes, you need to protect, because they are of animal nature. When somebody behaves like an animal, you need to also behave in such a way they learn the lesson. That doesn't mean like you need to go soft. Somebody is cheating you, you are not intelligent. They are so intelligent than you, they are cheating you. If they are cheating you, first you have to blame yourself. You have to become intelligent. And the rule is there. There is a rule for the land, every country, and there is a rule for the world. There is also a loophole. You can find a loophole to overcome the rule. But this is how the world functions. What to do? If a lion does not kill an animal for 7 days, it will, see, I'll tell you why, how have the gods keep lions by their sides? See, lion is not killing another creature, another animal by having vengeance in the mind. Is there any vengeance in the mind? Is there anger in the mind and killing because I don't like this deer I'm killing? It is his animal instinct that God has programmed that animal inside the brain that you have to kill and eat. This is how you will balance the system. If there is no this kind of chain, you call this food chain, right? People in biology, you know the food chain. If the food chain is not there, you cannot survive this. Somebody has to kill something. Say a human being, we are killing somebody out of our negative mindset. A lion is not having negative mind. If it kills, it simply keep that. It simply sleep. It simply allow anything to go nearby. It will not kill another animal. But we human being, we take 3 times non-veg every day and still we start having all the negative emotion. A lion or tiger doesn't have this. If you check their brain, they may be like when they are hunger, they go and kill something and eat it. Other time they are peaceful sitting there. So what we need to understand is, as a human being, we should not kill. Again, the concept will come veg or non-veg. Again, that's a big topic. We can discuss further when we get time. Thing is, more evolved thing, we should keep it. For example, when you do any action with an intention, I want to hurt that person, that gives a lot of karma. Suppose you are walking, there is a thief coming. Somebody is coming and trying to kill you. He is putting all the mask. You don't know who he is. Even if he's without mask, you don't know that person. Now you want to protect yourself, you are killing that person. Even by law, law will not punish you, right? Because for protection, you killed that other person. Now you are killing to protect you, or you are doing some action, not by any specific intention. No prior judgment about that person, no prior enmity with that person. If you simply live with that, even the law of the land says you are not punished. Similarly, the law of karma says, if you simply do what is required, you will not gain any karma. If you see this person is bad person, that person is good person, I want to kill this person or hurt this person, you don't need to hurt. Just thinking about I want to hurt this person, the karma is done. You're already done. The action will increase your karma, but this seed already is sprouted inside. So you will get that consequence of thinking somebody is bad. If you do by action, the result will be more, the punishment will be more. But thinking itself gives you minimum enough punishment for it. So when we say about law of karma, when we say about God, it is to flower inside. We should flower. Every one of us should carry good thoughts and should accommodate everyone as part of us. That is what yoga. Yoga means union. What union means what? I need to feel everyone as part of me. Now, when we say this, people may ask question, if I feel everyone as part of me, how to fight my war? If I wage war, India-Pakistan war comes, can I embrace Pakistan people, the soldiers, and say, you are part of me? So there are 2 different realities we are talking. One reality is immediate reality. You need to protect yourself. When that is taken care, you talk about the existential reality. Also, we are talking this for a spiritual person. Not everyone is spiritual, right? People, they are like animals. You need to treat them as animal. That's why our soldiers are there to protect us. So there you need to, that plane is different. This plane is different. Every life in materialistic world also, there are many different planes. You can't talk the same thing in all the planes. It differs. Similarly, when we talk about moksha, mukti, we are talking about flowering of every individual. We are talking beyond boundaries. But if there is a fight happening, yes, we need to go. And we also put ourselves, wherever right is there, we need to protect ourselves. So comparing these two is totally like, comparing seems to be different. No, when you are in spiritual, you are going beyond boundaries. When you are here, materialistic, yes, you have to be here. That's why they say the dharma of a grahastha. We are all grahastha, family people. Our dharma is to protect the sadhus, to feed them and all, so that they also be part of it. They will not bother about the earning. You can feed them. In turn, what they will give all the knowledge. So it is like give and take. That's how the society can survive. At the same time, a war happens between 2 kingdoms. They will fight. Make sure like the dharma, whomever is powerful or whomever is whomever you want to fight, it's left to you. Whichever side is right, we can fight. We should not compare that with the spiritual dimension. 2 are 2 different things. When Alexander tried to conquer India, the wise sage did not fight, yet he gained the battle. Yes. If you open the mind, see, a simple thing is I'll ask you one question. I've seen a shop where they put all the birds in the cage. Okay, they put all the birds in the cage and they are selling. Now tell me how to do good things here. How to do good here. If you have enough power and money, tell me what will you do? A lot of birds are there. He's selling. What will you do? Anybody?
I buy and
We
eat.
have to purchase.
Purchase. Fantastic. If you purchase, then you
Purchase
can
and
give
release it.
everything free.
Yes.
But
Set
do you
it
know?
free.
Do you know if you purchase, who will gain the profit? Who will get more profit? The shop owner. His intention is to sell all the birds. So you are empowering him. If you purchase everything, he will see such a beautiful business today. Tomorrow he will catch much more birds. He will expand his shop waiting for you. Tell me, what will you do? How will you do good? How will you do good? Purchase everything. Next day he bring 1,000 birds. Purchase all the 1,000 birds. Next day he will buy. He will have a subcontractor. Yeah, I'll give you per day. You bring 1,000 birds. I'll give you so much money because you are there to buy. What we should do?
Providing job opportunity for the shop person, another job,
What opportunity?
any other jobs, not avoiding him to sell the birds. If he
Okay.
is providing us another job, means he will leave this job and so that the next time he will not catch the birds and put it in a cage.
Yes, that's a good thing. Comparatively better, right? Earlier first, this is better. When you put in other shop, other job, his intention is to make money. That will always be there. He will be hurting there also somewhere. He will go and he will get other job. But see, why he is selling all the birds? He is not ready to kill there. He want to earn more money. But one way is, the second solution is much better. The best solution is if you make that person a sattvic person. If you make him to understand. If that's what yoga is, right? If you give him enough knowledge, what he will think, why I'm just cruel to all these things, I will leave. The first thing is change the human being. If you transform a human being, you will transform the world. How to make the world beautiful? Can I put a rule? People always says, in Middle East, or if you go abroad or any foreign country, they follow very good rule. People are so wonderful. They will not cross even the line. Signal also, they will not even inch, they will move. Don't think everybody is disciplined there. The rule is so harsh. You have to pay your month's salary there. You become so nice suddenly. By rule, you can make to some extent people beautiful. Look outside, but internally you cannot do things by rule. Yoga is the only way. Yoga means not only asana, pranayama, reading scriptures, following any method, is to make yourself beautiful. If you make it, if you transform one human being, he will transform 100 beings. If you transform that shop owner, in some way you touch his heart and make him understand. Money not necessarily comes from torturing other things. There are many others to weigh. If he gets transformed, he is going to leave. He's not only he will leave his job, he will make 100 people to leave their job. Similar people who are selling birds. So this is a higher way, initial way, but not everyone can be transformed, right? Can you teach everyone? See, how many people into yoga, how many people you have seen who knows scriptures, you tell me. If 1,000 people comes to yoga, not even 2 or 3 people are interested in scriptures. Actually, real yoga starts from scriptures. The difficulty is, if you learn scriptures, nobody will appreciate. If you do Shirasasana and put it in YouTube, everybody will appreciate. Right? Everybody wants immediate benefit. If you read scriptures, it will bother you. It will tell you, oh, you are doing something wrong. You have to refine yourself. You need to evolve. If you do only asana pranayama, you can do show off and do everything. So real yoga means both practice. See, practice means not asana pranayama only practice. Whatever you read through scriptures, you need to start practicing. This will transform me. If that transforms you, that can transform anyone. If somebody you cannot transform, if somebody is so arrogant, then the rule comes. Then the government is putting a rule. That rule has to be to all. So to some extent, you can put rule and you can form a society. Little beautiful, but actual beauty of society comes when everybody evolves. So thanks for your
Ultimately, love
patience.
and
Yes.
compassion is most required.
Compassion, yes. That compassion should be there. Again, we say compassion, transformation, Again, we should not say, how come a police person can be compassionate? No, see, even a police is beating somebody. Is it not compassionate? He is compassionate about that person because he wants that person to reform. The law is punishing that person, or the law is giving a capital sentence to somebody. He is hanged. That is also compassion. If you allow him to function, he will kill 1,000 people. The law is saving 1,000 people by killing one person. Is it not compassionate? Is it not compassion? Yes. If you see in a larger scale, the rule is put here, having compassion in heart. But real compassion comes in everybody's heart. It's not only in the rule. There. You can punish someone. They say ahimsa means killing a person is also ahimsa, provided if you kill one person to say 1,000%. Our people are killing, right? Terrorists are coming, we are killing. The army is killing. So if you're killing somebody means what? You're protecting somebody. So you protect a larger group. For that, you're sacrificing few people. Not a big deal. That's very good. That is also ahimsa. Ahimsa means doing larger good, not a perfect good. Even Krishna, Rama came, they cannot do perfect good. You can do a larger good. Is there any war where Rama and Krishna fought without killing anyone? Rama also fought war, killed many. Krishna also fought war, killed many. You still revere them as God, right? They are God to us, or anybody in that matter, any religion. You call them God. It is not like you killing somebody good or bad, but what for you're killing? You're killing few people to save large number of people. You are on the dharmic side. For righteousness, you have to kill means you have to kill. There is no replacement for that. So thanks for your time, being on Sunday, being here, coming alive. So we'll continue the next session from tomorrow. Any questions? Seems to be boring. Maybe for some time, what to do?
No,
some
sir.
bitter will be there.
Not at all.
So we'll try to make as much interesting as possible. Okay. Thank you all. Hariom.
Thank you.
We'll meet.
Thank you.
Hariom.
Thanks, sir.
Hariom.
Thank you, sir.